Diamond is a girl's best friend, or that is what is the saying. This is your Patman GP. Ladies and gentlemen, today's invention is concerning the field of jewellery, or you can say adornments. Today's invention is more particularly related to a jewellery box. You know, a box in which a particular ring or some kind of a jewellery is stored. So I'm sure a lot of ladies and a lot of girls would be interested in this particular product. So without wasting any further time, I will share my screen and start my presentation. All right, so the presentation is on your screen. So the title of today's invention is a jewellery box. So an Indian patent has been granted for this particular invention. But before I move on, I want to give my general disclaimers. Whatever has been recorded in this particular video is only for academic purposes, and most of the content is already available in the public domain. So therefore, there is no attempt to infringe upon anybody's privacy or to breach anybody's confidentiality with so far as somebody is concerned. So that is the disclaimer that I want to provide to the viewers, and the viewers may kindly bear that in mind. Having said that, I want to move on to the invention. Of course, not to mention, I will request and urge the viewers to like, share, and subscribe my videos, my shorts, which I have been posting on my channel, and help this channel become a viral channel in the due course of time. So having said that, I'm going to come to today's invention. It is concerning jewellery box. This is an Indian. An Indian patent has been granted for this particular invention under the patent number 519837. This information is already available in the public domain on the Indian Patent Office website, and it has been granted in the name of a Japanese national, an individual by the name Yoshiko Tanaka. Okay, so the inventor as well as the patentee is an individual in this case. I'm sure this individual, who is a Japanese national, must be an expert or at least a professional in the field of jewellery making, so on and so forth. Without wasting any further time, I'm going to go to the problem statement of today's invention. Okay, so we know that any kind of jewellery, especially diamond-based jewellery, it is required to have some kind of a dazzling effect on the person who is viewing that jewellery. So the problem that the inventor has identified in the prior art is that the jewellery box in which a diamond-based jewellery, say a diamond ring, is stored, that particular jewellery box is not capable of providing a dazzling effect or an enhanced visual performance towards that particular diamond which is embedded on the top of the ring. So that is the problem which the inventor has identified in the prior art, and the inventor has overcome this particular problem or drawback from the prior art or the existing technology, as we call it in the patenting language, through their invention, which is titled as the jewellery box. So I'll come to the construction of the invention now. So this is a jewellery box. This is a jewellery box in a closed state where, you know, the lid of the jewellery box is closed. I mean, it looks like an ordinary jewellery box, which many of the viewers may be aware of. So at number 11, we have the jewellery box. This is the jewellery box. It has two components, like the upper box component, which is the lid, and the lower box component, in which there is a cushion in which the diamond ring is sort of embedded, you can say. I'll move on to the next slide. This is the perspective view of the jewellery box as per an embodiment of the invention, in which the jewellery box is in an opened state, you can say, And at so at 11 we have the jewellery box. Of course, at number 13 we have the upper box component. At number 12, as we saw in the previous slide, we have the lower box component. At number 21 we have the ring, which is you can say tucked inside a slit, which is denoted by number 19. There is a cushion that is disposed in the lower box component 12, and the cushion has a slit which is denoted by number 19, and the annular portion or the annular member of the ring, the round member that actually goes inside the finger of the wearer or the person who is wearing this ring, that annular portion, it is tucked inside the slit, so that the diamond is visible. And of course, there is a small intervention where this diamond or the jewellery box, you can say, it is fitted with an LED lamp, which is not visible in this view, but it will be visible in the next slide. And the LED lamp is capable of transmitting or projecting ultraviolet light, which is directly falling on the diamond. Here, it is essential, as per what has been claimed in the patent specification. It is essential that the diamond 23 should have blue fluorescence. Okay, and that is one of the essential components which would be required for this invention to work in the most effective manner, in the best possible mode, you can say. The dotted portion, the dotted portion here is the beam of, or the reach of the beam of the ultraviolet light that is emitted and transmitted by the LED lamp, and it is denoted by the letters DV, which is called as directivity of the light onto the diamond by the inventor in the patent specification. So this is the general construction. Of course, there are other components also here, like 24 is here, which talks about the top surface of the upper box component. 24B is here, which talks about the side surfaces, so on and so forth. So I've not marked each and every component, but I've only sort of marked only the main components which would be relevant for explaining this particular claimed invention, for which the patent has been granted by the Indian Patent Office. So I move on to the next slide. Of course, here we see the upper box component and the lower box component. So both these components, which are denoted respectively by the numbers 13 and 12, they are connected with each other in a pivotable manner, in a pivotable manner, as in, in a rotatable manner, where both can be, or rather the upper box component can be opened in relation to the lower box component, and the connection is through a hinge, which is denoted by the number 26 here. So this is the hinge assembly, you can say, and the hinge assembly has a first hinge blade, which is denoted by 27, and it is interlocked with a second hinge blade, which is denoted by the number 28. And of course, both these hinges are connected by a plate spring, which is sort of connected between the two hinges, or the two hinge plates, the first hinge plate at 27 and the second hinge plate at 28. And of course, there is a hinge pin that is inserted through the first hinge plate and the second hinge plate, as well as the plate spring, so that the entire assembly stays together. So this hinge plate, the hinge pin, which is denoted by the number 29, is a rod that is inserted there through. So this is the construction, you can say, or the structure of the hinge assembly, because of which the upper box component and the lower box component are staying together, you can say, or are disposed with each other and can move in relation to each other between a closed position, which is seen in this particular figure, and an open position, which is seen in this particular figure. So I move on to the next slide. The next slide is a sectional view, and if we go to the previous figure, where a section is taken at this axis 4, 4, and when you view this particular jewellery box from a side, okay, after taking this section 4.4, the view that we get is the view on your screen. So here again at 11 we have the jewellery box, okay, and we can see the interiors of the jewellery box when the jewellery box, or when the upper box component, which is at 13, which is when it is in the closed position. Okay, of course at 12 we have the lower box component, and of course we have the slit at 19 on which is disposed in the lower box component, and in which the annular member, which is denoted by 22 of the ring, the annular member of the ring is tucked in. At 21 we have the ring, of course, and at 23 we have the diamond. Now some other components which were not visible in the previous drawings can be seen in the sectional side view. One of the components is the battery, which is at 35, okay, and of course we have the LED lamp, which is at 33. And here we have a cover, which is a 32, which is in a folded kind of a condition when the upper box component is in a closed state, you can say. We have the hinge assembly over here, which is denoted by 26. This entirely is the hinge assembly, which is comprising the components which are denoted by the numbers 27, 28, and 29, whereby at 27 we have the first hinge blade which we saw in the previous drawing, and at 28 we have the second hinge blade, and at 29 we have the hinge pin, which is a small cylindrical pin which is inserted to hold the entire hinge assembly together, and therefore to hold the upper box component as well as the lower box component together. So this is the hinge assembly. At 36 we have the switch. Okay, and the switch has two main components where we have the first contact. Okay, so this contact is very much essential for the purpose of lighting up the lamp when the jewellery box is disposed from a closed state to an open state. And of course, we have a plate spring, which is made up of an insulating material, so that it does not allow the the transfer or the transmission of an electrical current there through, you can say. So this is the general construction, and these are some of the main components of this particular invention for which the patent has been granted. I'll move back to the slide where we saw the perspective view of the jewellery box in an open state. Okay, and here a section has been taken 5 Now along this axis 5 So when we view the jewellery box from the side, after the section 5 has been taken, the view that we get is the view on your screen, and this is the view from the side, and it's a sectional side view of the jewellery box, which is denoted by the number 11 here from the side. Okay, where at number 13 again you have the upper box component, and at number 12 you have the lower box component. Of course, at 19 you have the slit in which the ring is tucked in. At 23 you have the diamond. Okay, at 33 we have the LED lamp, which is fitted in the upper box component. At 35 we have the battery. Now here's the interesting part, which is when the upper box component is disposed in the open state. Okay, when it is opened up, what happens to the cover, which was seen as a folded kind of a structure in the previous drawing? I'll just move back a little bit. So the cover at 32, this looks folded, but when in the closed condition, when the upper box component is closed, but when the upper box component is opened, the cover at 32, it stretches out. It creates an arc, and therefore when somebody who is viewing the interior of the box from the outside, if you can just follow my pointer, because of the cover, because it is stretched out in the manner in which it is seen on the screen, the hinge assembly remains concealed. Okay, the hinge assembly, of course, is denoted by the number 26 with all its components. We have at 28, at 29, we have the first hinge component. At 28, we have the hinge pin. And of course, here I would like to add at 36, near the cover, the switch device is disposed, and wherein the first contact, which is part of the switch device, is it is disposed on an underside of the cover. So when the when the upper box component is disposed in the open state, what happens is that the first contact gets into a physical contact with the hinge. Now both the first contact as well as the hinge assembly are made of conductive material, like for example copper. Now copper is a very good conductor of electricity. Okay, so when the upper box component is disposed in the open condition, what happens is that the first contact, which is which can conduct electricity in a very efficient manner, that first contact gets in contact with or in physical touch with the hinge, which is also a component which is having a very high conductive electric conductivity, you can say. So when such contact or physical contact between the first contact as well as the hinge is established, the circuit is complete. And since the circuit is complete, therefore the LED is urged to project out light onto the diamond. Now that light is ultraviolet light. When this light is directed onto the diamond, it comes out as a beam, and this beam is denoted by the dotted line, and which is denoted by the letters DV. And of course, the inventor is calling, or it is addressing to this beam of light as directivity of the light. So it is the direct beam of light that is getting projected onto the top of the diamond. Okay, so this entire beam of light, it gets projected. But here's the catch. The catch is that the beam of light is not projected immediately after the box or the the upper box component comes in the open condition. It is directed on the diamond, or the LED lamp, you can say, it lights up only after a certain predetermined, you can say, time lapse. Okay, so when a person opens the jewelry box, the first at the first instance, you can say, the diamond that is visible to the eyes of the onlooker or to the person who is opening the box is because of the white light, you can say. It is because of the natural light, whatever shine that is emitted by the diamond, it is in the form of white light. But as the box opens, after some predetermined time, the LED lamp lights up. The LED lamp ends up emitting ultraviolet light, the UV light, and that ultraviolet light, it interacts with the blue fluorescence of the diamond 23. The ultraviolet light that is emitted by the LED lamp, it interacts with the very beautifully with the diamond 23, and because of which the visual appeal of that diamond or the visual performance of that diamond is enhanced to the person who is watching it. And that is the inventive step which which the inventor has claimed in this particular granted patent. Okay. Here I would like to add that the LED lamp can project out the light in different variations. For example, after the predetermined time, for example, after 5 or say 3 seconds after the jewellery box is opened, the LED lamp lights up. The light can be projected directly onto the diamond, or it can be projected in a very calibrated, in a very metered manner, slowly and steadily on the top of the diamond, so that, you know, the visual effect that is available to the onlooker, to the person who is opening the box, that is much more enhanced. So that is also what is claimed in this particular patent application, in this particular granted patent. Uh, I will just explain the circuitry, the electrical circuitry that is used for implementing this kind of luminosity, or this luminous effect inside the jewellery box. There are many combinations of circuits that the inventor has tried to use in this particular jewellery box. So I have just explained here one of the circuits out of the 3-4 circuits which have been disclosed in the patent specification of the granted patent. Most of these circuits are already known in the art. So just for the sake of understanding of the viewers, I have included one of those circuits here. So this is an electrical circuit which is at number 30, and the electrical circuit consists of the switch at number 36. The switch in the previous diagram is here, which is very close to disposed very close to the cover, which is at 32. Okay, so when the switch is closed, when, you know, this flap, it engages with this dot over here, we say that the switch is closed and the circuit is complete, and that's when the electric current starts flowing. At 35 we have the battery. At 33 we have the LED lamp. Now the battery, the LED lamp, and the switch are connected in series. Okay. As well as at 39 we have a relay which is also connected in series with the LED lamp, and of course there is a timer at 41 which is connected in parallel with the LED lamp. So this is the general construction or the structure of the electrical current. So what happens is that when the switch is closed, the circuit is complete and the electric current starts flowing. And therefore, once the electric current starts flowing, the timer is triggered. So, you know, the timer starts ticking, and after a particular time is lapsed, the relay, it stops, which is stopping an electric current from reaching the LED lamp. It opens up and it allows transmission of the current towards the LED lamp, because of which the LED lamp is lighted up. After, of course, the timer has reached a predetermined amount of time. And that is how there is a delayed sort of lighting up of the LED lamp, and because of which from a diamond which is visible under natural light as a white diamond, to the onlooker, the diamond is now visible as a blue diamond, in a very dramatic and in a very visually sort of visually enhancing manner, you can say. And that is what kind of enhances appreciates the value of the diamond which the onlooker is watching, therefore increasing the value of the diamond in the eyes of the onlooker, you can say. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is today's invention. I hope you liked it. And please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please comment. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And please definitely press the bell icon. It will be really helpful. And thank you very much. And this is your Pac-Man GP.